You guys have no idea, right? The information I get on you guys. Like, y'all have no idea. CJ Gardner is my guy, right? Mm-hmm. He comes in, he's like, boy, that boy Cooper.
CD dudes.
He like, his ass showing out, Gillie. He's showing out, Gillie. He like, I'm not gonna lie. He looking better than the first round draft pick, man. I'm telling you, Gillie. This is what he said, right? Then he said, we put pads on, Gillie. I was wrong, Gillie. They both looking.
Welcome back to Exciting Mics presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. I'm Cooper DeJean.
And I'm Reed Blankenship. We're excited to have you back for a special guest episode featuring true Philly royalty.
Gillie Da King will be joining us to talk all things Philly, his music career, his $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and media empire, and of course, Eagles football.
Remember to follow Exciting Mics on all platforms. Like, comment, share, and subscribe on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. Let's get started.
Hell yeah, brother. We're going to start off the podcast with how we do every week. Let's talk about what's exciting this week.
Yeah, so we just saw the NFL is now starting to allow football players to join the Olympics in 2028.
This is the first year the Olympics are going to have flag football, correct?
Yeah. Who would be like the top priority?
I mean, Saquon Barkley, I think.
Right?
It's got to be one of the top priorities.
Yeah.
I wonder if there will be if teams will allow their players to play in it. I know the NFL is allowing them, but you think teams, you think they'll start putting it in contracts where they can't play in the Olympics.
See, I like how you think about the business side of it, man.
Yeah.
You're a businessman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
To an extent. Yeah, but
So
I don't know,
what do you think? If they ask you to play, would you play?
Yeah, if it says something in my contract, like a little extra.
Represent the United
I would
States
love
of America.
to represent that. Yeah. Where is it going to be in 28? You know?
LA.
Oh, it is in LA.
Out in LA. Yeah. Remember Hurts did a commercial.
He threw the football over the thing.
Yeah.
Tough.
That's sick. Something else that's exciting.
Yeah.
Everybody's
seems
to be enjoying the podcast. First episode.
Yeah, I guess we were a little nervous I was anxious.
I didn't really know how it'd be taken in, but
no. Well, it's just two guys talking on the podcast.
Two guys chopping it up, you know?
And we have special guests here and there, but it's just, the first episode. I think it was good, though, that we were by ourselves because we were allowed to kind of just talk about our backgrounds. And, I don't know if people understood that where we came from. Obviously you were from a small town. I'm from a small town. You were drafted and I was undrafted. So it's cool to see.
Good for people to get to know us a little bit on the first episode, and then we'll bring on some guests. Yeah. And then we got the schedule release. Mm-hmm. The full schedule came out.
Yeah, no back-to-back home games.
That's kind of
weird.
That's the first time a Super Bowl champion hasn't had back-to-back home games in their following season.
But I mean, you got to think though, we travel well with fans, so I feel like every game is going to be a home game regardless.
Yeah, I mean, we start off hot with the Cowboys, and then
the Chiefs,
Super Bowl rematch second week, then the Rams. So we're starting off hot right away.
Starting off hot, but we're excited for it.
Our boy, Mr. Blankenship, got his high school jersey retired, which was
what's crazy though?
Pretty cool.
Never hit me. Didn't hit me. Walked in our field house and saw some of my old teammates and my old coaches. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is starting to feel real. Yeah. Then I get out, and I hate when stuff is about me. I hate being just the center of attention. Yeah. And I had a speech on my phone. I had bullet points anyway. And my
Did you read it straight off your phone?
Dude, no. Well, it was crazy. So you know how sometimes they don't recognize your face, your phone?
Yeah.
And it went straight to the password. It did that. I mean, you know what? Screw it. I'm fixing to just do this from the heart. And I was already tearing up. So, it was from the heart. But it was great.
It's always better that way.
It's always better,
when it comes from the heart.
It's home, man.
How'd it go, though? Did you go without tears? Did you have to take a couple pauses?
They started flowing. Well, I say flowing. I was teary-eyed. Voice was cracking a little bit when I was looking at, my family, fiance, they're in the front row. And I'm like, golly, they have supported me this whole time. Yeah. And, man, it hit home. And then I I flew through the rest. I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to take anybody else's time. You know.
So is your jersey like up in the
Dude? Yeah.
Is it in the school or in the gym or where?
So my jersey is in the front office, but I have a banner above. There's only 2 jerseys retired, mine and a girl's basketball jersey, and we're the only 2. We're up there together
In the gym?
in the gym.
Nice, that's pretty cool. Let's get into the quick hitters today. Let's talk about Coach Sirianni getting his contract extension and what that means.
That's huge
for our team and for the city, really.
That's huge. I'm glad he's kind of getting that he got the respect he deserves. He comes to work every day for us. It's a different atmosphere, and we talked about it, our last episode. But it's like he wants that college type locker room.
That's what I love about it. Yeah.
And it's always that open door policy too. I mean, it just goes far beyond him as a coach. Like, it's not X's and O's, man. You're trying to teach these young. They're still young guys. They're 21, 22-year-olds. I mean, you're 22.
Yeah.
And I still have a lot to learn too. On like the business side and just being a family man and a husband someday. So
yeah, I think it's cool, like how you can just go up to his office and like talk to him whenever you want, and him inviting us into his office and having conversations about what we could do better, like what he can do better and what we can do better as a football team to bring everybody closer together. And that's the biggest thing about why our team is so special. I think it's just our ability to connect, and that starts with him as a leader. So I think it's huge for our team, to have him, for another how many years.
Yeah. No,
so.
he preaches what he coaches. I mean, even at home.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
he's doing everything right, and obviously it shows. And we're glad to have him still. So.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Blankenship. Today we are joined by one of the most influential Philly natives across music,
I like that, Coop.
sports, and entertainment.
I like that,
Your
Coop.
Philadelphia Eagles unofficial hype man, Gillie Da King.
I like that because a lot of people be like, he's the mascot. And I'm like, I'm not the mascot.
Ain't no mascot.
Y'all take it a little too far. Like, I don't want to take my guy's job. Like, you know what I mean? But appreciate y'all for having me, man.
How'd you get the nickname Gillie?
I got it from,
Gillie
I was
Da King.
always Little Gillie in the hood of North Philadelphia. I used to be Little Gillie from North Philly. But when I started rapping, I was always intrigued by this movie called Young Guns and Gillie Da Kid. Mm-hmm. He was a smooth-faced gangster that looked like he was young, but he really wasn't that young. And I was very intrigued by that, so I went with Gillie Da Kid when I decided to start rapping.
So it was Gillie Da Kid.
And then
I grew up. At some certain point in time, I had to become a man. So I figured I'd change it to the King.
So, like, what was it like growing up in Philly?
It was rough, man. Philly is one of the poorest cities in the country. You know what I mean? That's why the Eagles mean so much. Like, I don't think you guys understand that when the Eagles lose, it really feel like a third cousin died.
Wow.
Like, you don't get over it until Wednesday. Like, Thursday, you're like, when y'all win, oh my God, y'all seen the parade.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen anything like
Nothing
that?
like
Never in my entire life.
Not even on
And
TV at other
I've
parades.
always wanted to play for a passionate fan base. Now that wasn't. I just want people to come to the games, like be excited.
All right.
Hey, these people.
The fact that you brought up the passionate fan base, I'm gonna start this off right here, because I do a live stream during the Eagles games, Gillie on Sports, and 2 years ago I was a little critical on RB. I was. So I'm a man of accountability. I apologized to you several times.
Absolutely.
I said, players fuck up too. I fucked up. And last year you proved that you were everything that you said you was. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I want to apologize to you because I threw a little mustard on your jacket 2 years ago. I put a little couple stains on your jacket. But you cleaned it up. You threw Tide on
I got
that.
you clean, though.
He kept it clean.
Tide stick on there.
I seen him. I had to apologize. I said, I'm sorry. Players fuck up too. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate that, though.
Yeah, man.
like
But y'all did y'all thing this year, man. Cooper, let me ask you a question. Well, are you from Iowa?
I'm from Iowa, from small town Iowa.
In college, I played a basketball tournament in Dubuque, Iowa.
Dubuque.
Yes.
Where's that at?
It's on the other side of the state, but I know where Dubuque
Okay.
is. I've been there. Yeah.
So coming from Iowa to a fucking fast city like Philadelphia, what was the most shocking thing to you?
Yeah, I think just the amount of people like that are out here and the traffic. Like in my town, I got 980 people in my town. So you got
That's
you go.
crazy.
That's crazy.
You want to go
Crazy.
You want to go somewhere that's 20 miles away? It's gonna take you 20 minutes. You know,
Mile
here
a
it's
minute,
here
baby.
it's not like that. Growing up, I played AAU basketball,
Oh,
so
okay,
like
yeah.
I've been to a lot of the big cities, been around there. So it was a little bit of an adjustment, but because I never lived outside of Iowa, I've only been to other big cities, but it was a little bit of an adjustment, but it's
When I was putting out the videos during my live streams and I was calling you Cooper DeJean it was like early in the season. Was you like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, I saw it. I mean, I think people started doing it after I got drafted,
Yeah, I think so.
and then you started saying it, and then it kind of took off a little bit there.
That's sick, though.
So,
That's a sick
yeah, it
name.
is.
But did you know what it like? Did you have any thought like what are they talking about?
Yeah, no, I had an idea. We were talking about our favorite Philly slang last time, and we said,
So how do you say it?
yeah, we were saying
John.
John.
Yeah.
John.
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 We were
That could
saying
be
like,
any
I sound
John.
like John.
Yeah, it could
I
be.
got a lot of hate off that.
You could that could be anything now. You know, anything.
Good, bad.
John.
In between.
John.
Anything.
John.
You know what I mean? You could be talking about a
Yeah.
girl. You could be talking about a car. You could be talking about a sneaks. Yo, them John's crazy right there. it could be anything. That's the
love that.
beauty in it.
How did it start, though? Is it just
That's a hell of
grew
a. I
up
don't
saying
know
it?
who was the first person that said that shit.
Is it a word in the dictionary, you think?
No, it better
Probably
not be.
that's hilarious, though.
So where in Philly did you grow up?
North Philadelphia, Area F.
You're like an icon in Philly.
are.
now.
You know what's crazy is that I've been in the Eagles locker room. If you look 2 years ago,
Yeah.
I was down there talking to the players.
I was there.
Talking to me too.
Everybody, like, if you go back to when we first won the Super Bowl in 2017, 2018,
Yeah.
I'm fucking crying, real tears on Instagram. like, so my fan base, they been knew like Gillie is like the ultimate. He lives and dies about the Eagles, really the Sixers, the Flyers, the Phillies, the Wings, the Soul, LaSalle, Temple, Villanova, Drexel. I'm a Philly guy, true and through.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. That's tough.
when y'all
Yeah.
win, it's like, bro, you don't understand. This was like one of the greatest years of my life.
We were talking to Saquon. Where do you think this team ranks all time?
This team was definitely the greatest Eagle team.
Not just the Eagles. We're talking like out of any
Yeah,
team.
as any team. That's.
You think it's top 5?
It got to be top 5 because when you look at what we did in the postseason, scoring the most points in postseason history. I mean, come on, man. We was putting up 55 burgers on people. You know what I mean? And
Makes us feel a lot better,
and then we
too.
get to the Super Bowl and the great Patrick Mahomes. And he is great. You know what I mean? I just got to throw a couple shots out there. His dad, he said he was smoking that Philly pack. I'll never forget that. You know what I mean? But they didn't even get the ball, I don't even think, past the 50-yard line in the first half.
Yeah.
So and then who really gave us a shot? They said everything but the right things. Jalen Hurts a running back. He can never do it. He kiss the fucking ring. He did it.
do it.
You know what I mean? When you look at that, nobody ever said one of the greatest memes ever is when Jalen is walking into that arena and he walking past that TV and he just happened to look up. And it all said, Kansas City, Kansas City, Kansas City. He said,
that was early in the week.
Man,
I think
that was media night.
everything.
Yeah. That was crazy.
That was, and another thing that was everything, when Jordan Mailata was saying, they can't fuck with you. They can't fuck with you. He said, I know. That was cold.
Hey,
that was so legendary. Like,
he got aura.
Man.
You got so much aura.
Yeah, he got some.
Let me ask you guys a question. How hard is it to get ready for this year when you already at the top? Early in your careers, too. I'm talking about, man, you didn't even get a chance to taste the NFL when he's a champion.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. You walked into a ring.
I think it, like, my mindset, like, it only makes you want it even more. Like, want another one even more.
And
like, to get back to that moment. Like, especially this city. Like, you don't want to let this city down. And just, I think winning it my first year, that's all I know now. And it makes me want it that much more.
like
I think,
the climb
coming into it.
to get to that point. When we were 2-2.
Yeah.
It was, it was like, what, this
Right.
is 23, well, you know what I'm saying? Go to bye week, and it's just game after game, just practice, meetings. We just put that in our mind.
Yeah.
And we faced so much adversity, even though we were winning, we were on the stretch. That was still challenging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we get to the Super Bowl, we do it, we win it, and we're like, I like the climb to get here. Let's do it again. You know,
absolutely.
So I think we're handling, the success part, because it's easy to handle losing and adversity and all that.
Right.
Like, that's what we are prepared to do.
Right.
You have a lot of success in your life. You got to flip the script.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You said last year was a little quiet. Now you come out there, Reed, we love you.
Absolutely. It's like, where were you? Who's that? But no, man, I'm telling you, it's different. Like,
it's different, right?
The locker room, I feel like, hasn't changed.
And you know what? Watching y'all play last year, what I got from y'all is that you guys enjoyed playing with each other. It was like we had the right amount of young players, medium-aged players, and older players that was like, y'all, like, every time you get an interception, everybody's. He do something, everybody's. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you can tell. And we had teams before where it wasn't like that. It would be like somebody was scoring, it would be him and somebody celebrating, or everybody else running to the sideline. It was like you seen the excitement on your face about everything and every play that everybody made. You know what I mean? It's so legendary when he jumped over and got back with you. You're on the sideline
Like
everybody on the sideline was going
like,
crazy.
I have never witnessed anything like that before. I'm a grown man. I've been playing the sport for a long time.
Right.
I have never seen that in my entire life.
Right.
But I think it just shows, like, how much we love watching each other, like, do our thing on the
Have
field.
success.
But Coop,
you are living out your dream.
let me ask you this, Coop. Because it's funny that y'all provided me on a podcast and I'm interviewing y'all. I'm more of a fan of y'all than y'all would ever be of me. Like, you got an interception in the Super Bowl on your birthday off of Patrick Mahomes and returned it for a touchdown. When the Super Bowl was over, was you like, God, like, do I got any more blessings coming? Because, like, you gave me all my blessings in one game. Like, bro, that is unbelievable when you think about it.
I know. I don't even think I've understood, like, the magnitude of that moment, and I don't know if I'll, like, be able to understand it until, like, my career is over someday.
That's a great
and
story.
Mahomes is in the Hall of Fame, and you look back on that moment. It's just
That
crazy.
play,
it's crazy
bro.
to think about.
It's the BG with Tom Brady play.
Yes, it is.
It's gonna be one of those.
No, it already is
It's
one of
already
those.
is.
That and the dagger. Yeah.
I want to thank you guys because you guys played a major role in one of the greatest moments of my life.
What was your reaction to the news yesterday?
I mean, I just think that he deserves it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you've done nothing but win, like Nick's been the coach we've been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you got to understand, when you go back to the week when we was 2-2, when you go back to week 4, right? They was talking about, we need a new coach, man. Think about that. They try to throw that man and Jalen Hurts in the grave and throw dirt on their asses so many times. But Nick just keep popping about that grave. He wiped the dirt off him and Jalen. You know what I'm saying?
Win after win after win.
So when you got somebody like that, man, you got to reward him. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Just
I
like,
think,
you know, he's going to get rewarded.
Yeah.
You're going to get rewarded. We got great players they deserve and great coaches. And one thing about that people don't speak on, right? Every year since college, Jalen Hurts had a different offensive coordinator, man.
Yeah.
Imagine how difficult that is playing a quarterback. You a safety. If you had a different defensive coordinator every year,
I mean,
wouldn't that be kind of...
it gets weird. It gets tough because you try to learn all these different schemes and then you don't have any consistency, and it's like, oh, I gotta learn the playbook again. Like I don't want to think when I'm out there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's with every position. I know quarterback will probably be way more intense.
Yeah.
But just from kind of my experience, it's tough.
When you're playing in a new defense too,
Yeah.
it takes you a few games to get used to playing in that scheme.
You want to hear, like, in your head, you're like, okay, what's the coach about to call?
Right.
Like trying to get on that same page. And when you don't have any like path to follow,
Right.
That's how I like to do it. Then
Right.
I'm just lost.
Right.
You know, but if I kind of understand, okay, this is what he likes to do.
During high school, college, or the pros, did any of y'all suffer because of thinking? Like the playbook come out and you the playbook's new and you're more thinking than reacting because you're thinking about what you got to do instead of just playing football. Did that ever occur?
Yeah, I think my freshman year in college and then obviously my rookie year was the two like hardest times. But like my freshman year in college, I went to Walmart and got like a whiteboard, like a little whiteboard.
Yeah.
And I would sit there and draw plays up. Me and my roommate sit there and draw plays up and just route match, do like calls and everything. And that kind of started, I guess, how I process things.
Yeah.
And you learn from that. Like you find a way to learn things. And that's what I kind of did my rookie year. You know, me and Cooper DeJean would sit in the hotel room, you know, sometimes and try to talk through certain things. And it's a different type. I mean, especially a rookie, it's different. Like this is, you know, the big dogs, and you didn't really play this in college a whole lot. So it's a whole new learning experience. But
it was the same way for me my freshman year of college, coming in and trying to learn a whole new defense. And I come from like a small school, so we play cover 3, we play man.
I didn't know what cover 2 was.
Whatever it is. Right. And then you come into college, you're playing all these different coverages and you got to match things a certain way. You know, but I think once you get that down and you're able to play free, you know, that's the best part about it. And then coming here, it's a little easier coming to the NFL because you understand how to learn the defense now and the different coverages. But I think I struggled a little bit early, you know, last year, just trying to, you know, figure out the position. You know, I give a lot of credit to
get it.
Yeah.
When you struggled?
I mean, the first 4 games I didn't play, so all I was doing was practicing.
Damn, that's so crazy. He was so good, I don't even remember that. I don't even remember him not playing. I'm like, when did you struggle? Since you came in, you was locked down.
No, that's one thing about him, especially. He learned it fast.
He learned it fast.
And he asked questions.
Yeah.
He asked questions in the meeting room, and that's all it is, man.
I think
that's all it is.
Thing about our team last year, like we had so many veteran guys in our locker room. Like I leaned on Avante, you know, because we play the same position, and he taught me just about everything I needed to know about playing the nickel position, and that's when he was starting. Like he was starting, and I'm trying to get on the field and play the same position. And he's still teaching me all these things about how to play the position, which was really cool. And that's a testament to our team, you know, and how close we were last year. And
who you are.
Yeah.
Like we just want to see people have success. Vanda Pharmaceuticals is a global biopharmaceutical company with headquarters in Washington, D.C.
Leading from our nation's capital, Vanda was founded 22 years ago to develop innovative therapies to improve the lives of many, utilizing technology including genetics and genomics to inform drug discovery and development.
Vanda's commitment is to challenge the status quo and propel innovation forward in the pursuit of happiness.
From groundbreaking therapies to players making history, we know that excellence is derived from exceptional people coming together as a team.
A true maverick in the pharmaceutical space, Vanda Pharmaceuticals is proud to be the title sponsor of this podcast.
Vanda Pharmaceuticals, innovate in the service of people's pursuit of happiness.
Acme is your store from the city to the shore and the official supermarket of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Acme saves you time and makes your grocery shopping easier than ever with their convenient delivery or drive up and go.
When you shop at Acme online, you can count on pickup or delivery when you need it.
They treat every online order with care, which means your groceries are selected and packed with the same attention to detail you'd shop with.
Guaranteed fresh or your money back.
You'll get the same prices, deals, and rewards as in store.
So you get the groceries you need when it's convenient for you.
And you can get your shopping done without ever leaving the house.
Order for flash delivery or pickup and get your order in as soon as 30 minutes.
Shop now at acmemarkets.com or in the Acme app. You were at Shedeur's draft party?
Yes, I was at Shedeur's draft
like?
party. It was unbelievably unfair. You know? But what was even crazier is the way that kid handled it when he got drafted. Because it could have been easy to be, oh, the angry black man. I got done wrong. I was railroaded. Oh, I finally got picked.
I don't think I even heard anything from him.
No, that man got
like
picked.
behind the camera.
He was dancing like he wasn't the first round. And that was what was impressive. And that just lets you know that the kid has a solid foundation and he has some really, really great parents.
Yeah.
Like my guy over here.
No doubt.
Some really great parents. This shit, man. Tell my cousins I said, what's up, man?
Oh, yeah, you met him.
Yeah, you met him right after the game.
In the Super Bowl, I walked up on Mama DeSean, and I was like, you gave birth to a legend. She was like, I don't know about that. I was like,
Yeah, you're being real.
like, then I walked up to Dad. He was like, I did. Like, I was like, that's the attitude.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet him, man.
That's tough. I like
What,
that.
On the field at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was-
I bet he was still flying.
Yes,
I
I
didn't know.
met Mr. and Mrs. DeJean. How they feel about us changing your name?
I mean, I don't think they have a problem with it. I think
You just embrace it,
they
right?
just roll with
They
it.
just embrace it, huh?
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah.
They like, listen, they call you Cooper DeJean and you're winning Super Bowls, you're Cooper DeJean.
What do you know about our draft picks that we got? What do you think
I
about
know
them?
that we have a kid from Alabama that's from Jersey.
He's from Jersey? Oh, I didn't even know that.
He's an Eagles fan that I'm extremely excited about. I think his name's Jahad Campbell.
Jahad, yeah.
Okay. And we have a kid from Texas who's a safety who I am also excited about.
They listen. They want to work. That's the crazy
Yeah.
thing. Like, they ain't first round, this, that, the other, man. They came in to work.
They came ready to
They
work.
came ready to work.
Everybody in
Everybody.
that draft class. Yeah.
Undrafted, what? They came
Everybody
ready to work.
came ready to
Yeah.
work.
Yes.
And I guess when you get drafted to the Super Bowl champions, it's like we at the top. We you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to try to stay where we're at.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
So, how do you guys feel about the draft picks?
I love them. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, the big thing for me is just listening, because I was an undrafted guy and I had Slay, James Bradbury, Marcus Epps, like all these Anthony Harris,
Right.
all these older guys,
Right.
and they took me under their wing, and they knew I listened,
Right.
and I was going to follow in their footsteps, and that's what I try to do now.
Right.
And that's what they're doing. They just want to learn. They want to ask questions, and they're not scared to ask questions, and that's the biggest thing. Like, go find that 1, 2, however many people that has been in the league for a few years and just understands the system, and just follow them.
What's so funny is, right, you guys have no idea, right? The information I get on you guys. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, you got to understand, CJ Gardner is my guy, right? So he comes over to the studio probably once, twice a week. He comes in, he's like, boy, that boy Cooper,
CD News.
he like, his ass showing out, Gillie. He showing out, Gillie. He like, I'm not gonna lie. He looking better than the first round draft pick, man. I'm telling you, Gillie. This is what he said, right? Then he said, we put pads on, Gillie. I was wrong, Gillie. They both looking. he was like, Quinyon was like, I ain't no guy without the pads on. I'm a guy that play in pads. He was like, and he wasn't lying, Gillie. He was like, Gillie, you don't understand. These rookies are serious.
That's our guy, CD Deuce.
He was like, these guys are different, bro. But he said that about you from day one. He had Quinyon messed up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it real, Quinyon. He had you messed up. Then he doubled back and said, oh no, players fuck up too. He admitted it. He said players mess up. But from the gate, he said, that boy is a dog. I just need one promise from my guys, RB and CC. By the way, let me just do my whole CC. That's the Caucasian cornerback here. I just want to tell you, yes, he never fucked the dap up. He know how to lean with it. Rock with it. I just need one promise from you guys. The first defensive turnover that either one of you guys get, because I see you guys, y'all be out there kicking it. I just need, y'all don't gotta do the whole dance. I just need y'all to do the Conor McGregor. So
Yeah.
that's this
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So I just need y'all to run up. Oh, RB got an interception. Oh, they tackled me at the 20. You just run up on me, y'all just go.
We got that. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
We got that.
We can do that.
That's
Yeah, we
all I
can do
need
that.
is the
Now the
Conor
other
McGregor.
stuff, that's what we're trying to learn.
Yeah.
That other stuff's like,
But that other stuff gonna get y'all fine. That dance like 3 minutes long. All right, come on, get the fuck out there in zone now.
no, we got you on that for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about you and your career and how you got started in music. What made you want to get started in that, and how'd that come about?
Honestly, man, I grew up. I had one dream, and that was to play in the NBA. That was the only dream I ever had. The basketball, I always tell my wife, baby, you was the second love of my life, baby. All right. I met you when I was grown. I was 21 now. Come on now. I met this right here when I was 5, 6. And that was the only dream I ever had. I never grew up rapping. I didn't even listen to rap music like that. I mean, unless it was on the radio, because I didn't have cable TV growing up. So I never seen rap videos. I never, you know what I mean? I grew up poor. So I come home from school, man, I pick that basketball up, I go to the court. You know what I'm saying? I played in all the leagues around the city, things like that. So that was really my only dream. And in college, a friend of mine had a little setup in his room. And then one day we was like, let's go write something. And we went, I came back, I was the first one to rap. And when I started rapping, they were sitting there like, bro, what the fuck? Yo, you should be a rapper, yo. You gotta understand, I'm like, dog, stop playing me, man. I ain't no fucking rapper, man. like this is how I'm talking to him. Like, stop, dog. Like, yo, y'all taking this shit serious. Y'all, chill out, man. I ain't no rapper, man. Like, and then, is it towards the end of the year, basketball season is over, we go home, and in the hood, it's like this big cipher, like going on. So I just walk up, and after a while, I say, man, I got something. And everybody like, because they know me for playing basketball. They don't know me for rapping. And then I start rapping, and after every line, they like, oh. And then when I get done, like, they like, rap again. I'm like, oh no, I ain't got no more raps. I only got one rap. They like, man, that ain't your shit, man. How you that nice? You only got one rap. I'm like, cause I don't fucking rap. And then Wallow, my cousin, rapped his whole life. That's all. That was his only dream that he ever wanted to be. He heard my one rap, and he set up studio time, and the third song I ever did in my life was #1 on the countdown on Power 99 here in Philly That's back in the day when the radio meant everything.
Yeah.
The third song I ever did in my life was number 1 on the radio. So it was like number 2, Destiny's Child, and number 1, a Raggedy Kid from North Philly.
That's insane.
Insane.
That is wild.
You gotta understand, like, I start rapping and every record label is trying to sign me. And I have like 11 total raps.
They know that at the time?
Hell no, they don't have any idea. I got like 11 total raps. That's not even like 4 songs. Like,
Oh my God.
like, and it's like, we got $500,000 for you. I'm like, what? Like, this is some shit that I
Did it
don't
like stress
even.
you out,
How
though?
old were
No,
you?
I didn't even. I was 21. I didn't even take shit serious because I'm like, I don't fucking rap. Like, but then when I seen the opportunity, I was like, wait, what? They offered me what? I was all in then. I was like, I'm a rapper. Like, I need a name.
At
I'm
21.
Gillie Da Kid. So, and that's how it went, man. And it was kind of the same thing with the podcast.
Yeah.
And we filmed everybody from Mike Tyson to Floyd Mayweather to Little Dirk to Miguel to Young Thug to you name everybody.
Who do you think some people we need to get on the exciting mics?
His name is Nick Sirianni.
Ooh. He might do it, though.
He might.
I
Yeah.
don't know why he wouldn't.
Like, one thing I told Nick when I seen him, I said, Nick, man, don't you ever not be you, man. You embody the Philadelphia spirit.
Mm-hmm.
When you turned around and you told that fan, fuck your mother. That's some Philly shit right there. Like,
Make this your best season yet with nutritious 2-minute meals from Factor. Eating well has never been this easy. Just heat up and enjoy, giving you more time to do what you want.
Get outside instead of prepping and cooking indoors. Factor meals arrive fresh and ready to eat, perfect for any active lifestyle.
With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your goals. Choose from Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more.
Factor powers your day with satisfying breakfast, on-the-go lunches, premium dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. It's easy to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss.
Get started at factormeals.com/exciting50off and use code exciting50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box.
That's code exciting50off at factormeals.com/exciting50off for 50% off plus free shipping.
You've been a long-time Eagles fan.
missed 3 games in my whole life that I can remember.
So, like, what's your all-time favorite Eagles player?
I can't really pick an all-time
Can you
favorite,
get, like, a top?
man. Like, you got to understand, man, we had some great Eagles, man, from Reggie White, rest in peace to Jerome Brown, to Clyde Simmons, to, man, Deuce Staley, Terrell Owens, Donovan McNabb.
Forgot about T.O.
Yeah.
Man, we had some real great players, man. So to just, you know what I mean? Brian Westbrook, you know, man, if I had to pick just one of the greatest players ever, it would have to be Jalen Hurts. I mean, the kid's been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. No other player has done that for Philadelphia. So I would have to pick. And then if I would have to, you know, put in the top 10, you definitely got to put like Lane Johnson in there, man.
100%.
He's the greatest,
He is great, yeah.
you know, probably the greatest Eagle of all time.
Dude,
Like
he's
not
a
just
workhorse,
not
man.
just like
Yeah.
tackle or that.
Yeah.
No, he's probably the greatest Eagle of all time.
Wow.
Lane Johnson.
Yes.
Johnson, yeah.
That's-
No, I mean,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like
yeah.
you're never going to say that about an offensive
Right.
lineman.
Right.
But when you look up and you like, man gave up like 3 sacks in 8 years, man.
He's a
Hey, that's
monster.
insane, though.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
He's a freak. What's your top 3 moments all time as an Eagles fan?
Oh, top 3 moments all time
You
as
think
an
this
Eagle
past Super
fan.
Bowl is in there?
DeSean Jackson, running the punt back
Oh, New
on
York.
the New York Giants.
Yeah.
That was like unbelievable. Then
seeing Tom
he
Coughlin.
ran, and then he didn't go to the end zone. He ran
Yeah.
around. It's like, without a doubt, man, Cooper DeJean in the Super Bowl getting that interception, man. And I gotta say, without a doubt, Brandon Graham strip sacking Tom Brady to seal that first Super Bowl, man. That was just, that was unbelievable.
I'm honored. Appreciate
Yeah, that's
that.
big time.
Yeah, because when you got the interception, it was like,
Oh yeah.
okay, they might not have a shot today.
Yeah, it was.
Like it might be almost over. Like at this point, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
So-
like what was it? The next drive or the next? that
When
Zach
Devontae?
Bond? No, well I'm talking
That was
about
after
we got
halftime,
another
but-
pick.
Zach Bond had
Zach
a
Bond
yeah,
had a
oh
pick
yeah,
right
that-
after.
oh
That
my
died,
God!
yeah.
And shout out to the bald eagle. Oh my God! Because I pulled you to the side at the end of the year, and bro, I begged you. I said, "I'll give you some money." I begged you, like I said, whatever they don't get, I try to come up with. Please don't leave. And he stayed. So I
glad we got him
love
back.
Zach Bond, man, for
Yeah.
that, man.
He's
And I'm
great
just a
dude.
person that think when you get to a place and you thrive in that place, that's where you should be. You know what I mean? He didn't thrive in other places he was at. Where he came right here, and for some reason we understood who he was as a football player and what he could be, and he thrived, man. And I just think to come here, be that great, and then to leave to go somewhere else and try to. I didn't want to see him do that, man.
I know. No, I'm glad we got him back.
I'm so glad,
yes.
man.
we needed him back.
He's such a great player.
Yeah.
Great dude. In the
Yeah.
locker room too. you know?
What was your welcome to the NFL moment when you was like, oh shit, okay, this shit moves at a different speed?
When I was we were playing Carolina, and I was getting my ass routed up by Adam Thielen.
Hey, you
Vet.
texted me after the
12
Oh, that was like a white crime right there.
12-year vet, just routing my ass up.
Hey,
Yeah,
he,
that was a
he
rough
texted
game for
after
me.
the game.
Huh?
You remember you texted me after the game?
Yeah.
Saying I'm like, very good.
Yeah.
Dude.
I was,
What he text you?
I was a little frustrated
He was
after the game.
frustrated.
Because now we Super Bowl champions. That shit don't even matter. What
No,
did
he was frustrated. He was like, how'd it look? Because I had a concussion and I had to watch it from home. I'm like, he's like, how'd it look, man? I know you just routed me up. Like, it's just.
He was
dude,
working my ass.
Just working. Yeah. Dude, don't worry about it, man. You're fine. If that's the only
but
thing.
let me
you're
just
fine.
ask you a question though. At the time, was you lying? Like, was you just trying to massage his ego?
No, I was trying to get.
you like you got 3 more weeks of this shit, you be out of job, buddy.
I'm just trying to give him confidence, man. You know.
Yeah, but
That's all.
sometimes confidence is to tell the truth, right? You can't be getting routed up like that, man. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah.
you're like,
Gotta be
nah,
real,
you're fine.
but No.
You're cool. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about it. You
He's home like, man.
God, thank God.
That shit was terrible. We were getting worked all game.
And then he's in his 12th year, but that's a lot of experience, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you might have
No
needed
doubt.
to see that for later on in the year.
Yeah. It's a good
But that
learning
was the only
moment.
one that routed you up, though, that I can remember.
Yeah. He did work me though. He worked me.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment?
Man, like the 23 kind of season is how it went. You know, you got
We
your
was
up-
like 10-2,
you were
man.
10-2, and then you have that fall off, and you're like, oh my gosh, like, and then the fans, you know, start getting into it, and you're like, well, you either grow from this or you just walk away from it, you
Yeah.
know. But that whole season in general, just learn a lot from it.
Because you
A
go
lot.
from being on a high horse,
Yeah.
#1 team in the NFL, to like,
Yeah,
now we like the 7th
Yeah.
best team.
yeah, no, seriously. Like,
Out
matter of
on,
weeks.
out on wild card weekend, yeah. That was
But that's how crazy the league is. You
Yeah.
start off 2-2. We ain't out. Next thing you know, we
you
win.
know. Yeah,
You start off 10-2. Next thing you know, you lose.
yeah.
yeah.
So
How
it's-
you respond,
every
man.
week you got to be mentally
You know,
right,
I
man.
mean,
That's gonna wrap it up for our second ever guest on the exciting mics, Gillie Da King.
Man, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
man.
chopping it up, man. Just
Yeah.
it's cool to get to know like really in depth who you are as a
Thank you,
person,
man.
like as a fan, like like we say, we see you all the time now.
Thank
too,
you,
so.
man.
Make sure you go check out $1 Million Worth a Game, Gillie and Wallow's podcast too. Appreciate you coming on again.
Man, appreciate
Means a
y'all,
lot.
man. Hey, listen,
Absolutely.
I want to wish y'all health, wealth, a great year. And I already know you'll be a Pro Bowler this year. I know you'll be a Pro Bowler this year, but I also know you won't be at the game because we'll be in the Super Bowl. E-A-G-L-E-S.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We are back with another segment of Exciting Eats, but we've decided to change the name of the segment.
We listened to our fans, and someone suggested
Exciting Bites. So we've
we're gonna
switched it
take
to Exciting Bites. So welcome to
the segment.
Exciting Bites.
Exciting Bites.
Today we have Primo Hoagies.
Primo Hoagies.
We're going to try them out, rate them, and let you guys know.
Hey,
What's up, my brothers?
what's up?
My brother.
I love it. I love my boys. I like Exciting Bites. I gotta
Yes.
tell you. All right, real Philadelphia hoagie. It's not just a hoagie, it's a primo. This is an Italian. This is a turkey. My boys, manja.
Here we go with Primo Hoagies. Hi, bread. Hi, bread.
I like an Italian sub.
What do you think?
7-3.
7-3?
Yes, I like that.
Why, though?
It is very well put together.
It is very well put together.
That's what I like. I don't like a sandwich when it's.
You got a
Sorry, my
pretty
taste-
fucking harsh scale here.
What do you mean? Look, no, you got to realize my scale. If it's a 7 or above, that's really freaking good. Like 8 is dang near perfect. Look,
What?
look,
That makes no sense.
how's it not?
How is
make any
8
sense?
perfect? 10 is perfect.
8 is very. Look, when's a perfect like? You know what? You have your own rating scale.
Exactly.
I have mine.
And I will. I'm going to give it a 7.9. I
So
like
what's the difference between my score and your score?
Mine's better than yours. I got a better scale than yours. All right, we're back with the fan rapid fire Q&A. Our first guest today, we have
Miss
Victoria
Victoria.
Del Elmo. Are you from Philly? You're from Philly?
I'm from Reading, so it's like an hour and change outside of Philly.
All right, you're from Philly.
Oh, Reading. Oh, like
She's
the
from
Reading
Philly?
terminal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Let it rip. Let's hear it.
So my question for you guys is, like, what is your why for playing football? Like, what motivates you? What drives you? Like, what's your reason behind?
Wow.
I like that.
I love
like
that.
That's a good one to start
I
with.
love that. My why is really my family and where I come from. I grew up in a small town in Iowa, and not a lot of kids from my area have the opportunity to play college football or play at this level. So being an inspiration to the kids back home, and being able to show them that if you have goals and dreams and you go and chase them, that anything's possible no matter where you're from. So that's one reason that my parents, all they've sacrificed for me, growing up. They took me to all my AAU basketball, baseball, traveled to all my games for football. I think they only missed 2 or 3 games last year, of our season. So, they're a huge part of my why as well.
That's my why. Came from a small town too. I don't even know when the last person to go to college or to the league in my high school. So, you go back home to that small town, you're like this superstar, the superhero to all these little kids, and you're like, man, I went to the same high school or school y'all are going to, and it feels cool because, like you said, it doesn't matter where you are, you can just live out your dream regardless. So, yeah, definitely, like my family, they push me, they drive me to be the best version of myself as possible, and then you meet some more people on the way, like my fiance, she's my rock, and she puts up with me during the season. I'm a stress ball, so she puts up with me. So, well, thank
Victoria.
you.
Thank
That was
you.
a great question.
That was a
too.
great question.
Thank you for that.
I love
you're
that.
Gonna get us emotional over here.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All right, our next guest for the fan rapid fire question is Miss Kayla. She is here right now. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear your hard hitting
Let's hit it.
question that you have for us.
So
My question is, if you had any other job other than football, what would it be?
Any other job other than football? You go first.
Any other job other than football? Well, what I want to do after I'm done is be a farmer. Would you have guessed that?
Yeah, I could see that.
From Alabama.
You're from Alabama. You have the perfect little accent for it too.
Oh, okay. I just making sure ain't nothing going on. But yeah, definitely a farmer. Yeah, that's about it, man.
That's
Little simple lie,
that's
man.
real exciting.
Farmer
real
Brown over
exciting.
here.
Real exciting.
This
I mean,
yours.
I mean, I'd probably
Play basketball.
play basketball.
It's so freaking generic.
Try to play
Go right
basketball.
from one sport to another.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
not that good.
that's really all I've done my whole life is play sports. So I'd probably try and play basketball. If it wasn't
Yeah, don't do sports.
No sports?
Because if I was going to say a sport, I would have said golf.
no sports, then I mean, I'd probably be selling insurance with my parents back in Odebolt, Iowa. What do you do right now? What's your job?
So currently I'm in college for early childhood and special education, but during the summer I'm a full-time camp counselor.
Oh wow, that's kind of fun
Wow.
actually.
It's very
Respect to
fun.
you for that.
It's more exciting than our jobs
Yeah,
that,
you're
that we
changing
pick.
lives.
But
I don't know what I'm doing.
Your jobs are still pretty fun.
To
well,
an
yeah,
extent.
I'm talking about like if we weren't playing football, like our jobs outside of that. I don't think it's
Yeah.
exciting as exciting as
No, yeah, I respect you for that.
Yeah.
For sure. That's huge. Keep doing that, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our next guest is Miss Sasha. What do you got for us today?
So obviously you guys get along pretty well from what I can see. So I was wondering, at what point did you guys click as teammates, and was that different from when you guys clicked as friends?
I think when I first got here, I was pretty quiet, and Reed was kind of the guy who helped me open up a little bit. He was always talking crap to me in the locker room and trying to get me to lighten up and talk more. So I think really that's when our friendship started, to be honest. I think it kind of went together,
Just trying to,
being friends,
I was
be
trying
friends
to
and teammates.
fish that personality out of him a little bit, and once I finally got it out of him, I'm like, okay, I know who he is now, so I can roll with this guy. So, yeah,
Now we're best buds, and we got a podcast together. So
yeah, look at that.
it's awesome. Appreciate you. Thanks,
Yes,
thanks for
thank you so
joining us.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Exciting Mics.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast.
Drop your questions in the comment section below, and you could be joining us on the show next week to ask us live in the episode.
We appreciate your love and support, and we'll see you next week.